finesse the source. I master the course, and I'm still alive, man. Jesus walks. Yo, what's good, people? Myself, man, like Rage, back with another video for you lot. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to your YouTube channel, man. You gotta be in it to win it. Support your boy. Let's get into it. Okay, so an injunction has been set out. I uploaded a video yesterday talking about it briefly, but today I'm gonna actually get into it. What's going on? What's happening? So I'm gonna do a little bit of a breakdown for those who may not know the full story. It's not really the full story because I'm not getting into the full story. I'm touching on a part of it. All right, cool. So let's get into this. I've got my notes here so I don't really miss anything. All right, cool. So over the past week or two, a lot of you saw an Instagram account, Mr. Fake Flex, which racked up thousands and thousands of followers. Cool. This page was purely a hate page directed at UK rapper Fredo from West London. This page made a numerous amount of allegations on the rapper, but we're not going to get into everything because, yeah, there's so much things. I'm not getting into all of it in this video. What I'm mainly addressing is the money claims. The claims that Fredo seems to owe quite a few people money and has often done bad business. This is information that's come from a number of different sources and people claiming to be victims of this careless act from the rapper. The reason why I'm mainly addressing this is because it plays a major part in this story. So the reason why I'm mainly addressing the money situation is because it plays a whole, so just pay attention to what I'm going to say to you lot, yeah? Okay. So now, Mr. Fake Flex was created by an anonymous individual who we still have no idea who he is. But we've had allegations made by YouTubers such as Tankz and a few others claiming that they are sure it's a lady who goes by the name of Lottie, whose real name is Charlotte Skeens. Now, Charlotte Skeens is a lady who used to work with Fredo as a business partner. Throughout their business journey, it had been stated that there was no real written contract between the two of them, between Fredo and Lottie, aka Charlotte Skeens. There was no real contract between them. So it was kind of like just verbal agreement, which they kind of just went on. Cool. Now, Charlotte stated that she had basically worked with Fredo for approximately 3 years, not getting a wage, but she received gifts and money in drips and draps from the rapper. So basically, she'll get some money here from him, then no money for a few weeks or a few months, then he'll give her some cash and then he'll give her gifts and stuff like that, which, to be honest, is not really a wage or anything, you know what I'm saying? It's just money here and there, which is a bit, like, think about it. If you had a job at 9 to 5, could you work like that? Getting paid here and there, not knowing when your money's coming in, when you've got bills and that, it's a bit, unreliable. But, so it was agreed between the two of them that Lottie would have a percentage of the business which was created. So the business was a clothing brand which went by the name of PG. And it was said that Lottie would have a piece of this, a percentage of this business. So that was agreed. Cool. Moving forward, Lottie says that she then saw a few messages in the joint Instagram account, the DMs, that she was signed into. And then when she went to confront the rapper, Fredo, about it, he got defensive about it and led to tension being created between the two of them. So basically, they created a business account, a business Instagram account. They were both signed into it. Fredo was using that account to message people, girls apparently, or whatever. And then she asked him about it, like, what's these messages? Because she said some of the messages was a bit concerning or whatever. Once she had brought it to his attention, he got a bit defensive. I think they had an argument about it or whatever. Cool. This is where the breakdown started to begin. Cool. Moving forward, it was agreed that Lottie was to be removed from the business and was offered a payout fee by Fredo, which she was to state. She said for all the work that she had done over the months/years, she asked for 100K. So she asked for 100 grand. Fredo said, look, do you know what? Removing you, let me just pay you out. How much do you want for all your work that you've done over the years? Which I think was about 3 years. Lottie said 100K for all the work she's done. Fredo then said no and told her, listen, I'm not paying you that. Furthermore, I can't even be bothered with the business. So take the business and pull it in your name and do as you please. So he said, yeah, take the business, pull it in your name and do whatever you want because I can't be bothered with the business. It was then later said by Fredo that he didn't agree to the name change and for her to take the business and that she defrauded the system to make the changes behind the rapper's back. Lottie claims that she did not do that and everything was done legitimately with Fredo being in the know. So she's basically saying that Fredo knew about everything. He knew about the name change because he's the one that green lighted it and that she didn't go behind his back. She didn't fraud signatures and all of these things that Fredo's claiming that she did to be able to get the business transferred over into her name. And she claims that everything was straightforward. He knew about it, but it's only now he's backtracking on what he's saying, claiming that that's not how it went. Cool. Fredo also then says that she was stalking him and turned up to Dubai unexpected to where he was, having him confused and in shock. Lottie claims that that's a lie and she has messages and voice notes to prove it was Fredo, saying in the voice notes, Lottie, where are you? Hurry up and get to Dubai, I'm waiting for you. Lottie also says that she's happy to give her phone up for professional examination to prove that the messages are authentic and legitimate. So basically, Fredo's saying that she's been turning up to places without him knowing that she was going to turn up. And he's been surprised and shocked, like, what you doing here? How do you know I was here? But she's saying he invited her. She has voice notes in her phone in their conversations of him saying, Lottie, hurry up, I'm waiting for you. Where are you? I thought you was coming to Dubai, all of these things. And she says that she has evidence and she's happy to give her phone up for professional examination. So that is obviously something that's going to have to be cleared up later on because, now there's a court case on and all of these things. All right, cool. So as time goes by, this fake page gets created who we have no idea who's behind it. A few messages and screenshots were posted which came from Lottie's personal phone, causing people to believe that Lottie is in connection with the account or the person behind the account and running it. Yeah? So people are saying, rah, these screenshots came from your phone, Lottie. You may be the person behind it. You may be the one that is running this account, Mr. Fake Flex. But then Mr. Fake Flex makes a post saying that it is not Lottie who is behind this page, but people are not convinced. Okay. So because there clearly was a bit of animosity from things going sour between Lottie and Fredo, she did actually send things to this page, but it is not run by her. Lottie is guilty of sending images and screenshots, but to be labeled a lady with mental health issues, having her home address posted online, because her home address was also posted online, had her toddler posted online. She's got a young infant, a young child, who was also posted online for the masses to see, which was a bit much for her, causing her to take real legal action, where she then went to the courts and got the injunction made. The injunction is on Fredo, Fredo's mum, and Tankz, because Tankz was also making claims and saying things. Fredo's mum was put in this as Lottie claims that she went online and also spoke on Lottie on Billy the Goat's live stream. Cool. So I'm going to show you this injunction. I'm going to post it, which is public information. You lot can go on the bench division, the media and communications list, and you lot can check this up. So this is the injunction here. Cool. So I'm not going to show Tank's real name. I'm going to cover it and just put Tankz. Fredo is Marvin Bailey, which you all know already. So, and as you can see, it says, if the respondents disobey this order, you may be held to be in contempt of court and may be imprisoned or fined or have your assets seized. Cheese and bread. Any person who knows of this order and disobeys this order, does anything which helps or permits any person to whom this order applies to breach the terms of this order may be held in contempt of court and may be imprisoned, again fined or have the assets seized. Notice to anyone who knows of this order, you should read the terms of this order very carefully. Read it very carefully. You should read the terms of this order very carefully. You're advised to consult a solicitor as soon as possible. This order prohibits you from doing the acts set out in paragraph 1 of this order. You have the right to ask for the court to vary or discharge the order. If you disobey this order, or you may be found guilty of contempt of the court, you may be sent to prison. Again, another warning. Upon application, applicant, without notice to the respondents by application noted, dated the 29th of August 2025, seeking an interim injunction to restrain the respondents from harassing the applicant. So it's saying you lot have to seize all fire. What you lot are saying, what you lot are doing, all of these things, like, stop all that. So, witness statement of the applicant dated 26th of August 2025, bundle of documents filed by the applicant in court of the interim injunction. 3, the draft order sought out by the applicant's skeleton argument and note for the judge. And upon noting the application includes a claim for alleged harassment by speech. Number 1. 2, the terms of the injunction sought engage Section 12 of the Human Rights Act 1998. And 3, the terms of CPRPD 53B, paragraph 10.1. And upon hearing the applicant in person, the respondents not attending or being represented, it is ordered that interim injunction, until further order, the respondents, whether by themselves or by their agents or otherwise, shall not, whether on social media, by broadcast, by written publication, or otherwise, publish or cause to be published any statement, image, or other material which alleges that the applicant is a stalker, mentally unwell, a police informant, or the creator of the Instagram account, Mr. Fake Flex. So basically, they are not allowed to post directly or indirectly that Lottie, aka Charlotte Schemes, is a lady who is mentally ill, unwell, unstable, a stalker, or that she is the creator of Mr. Fake Flex, basically. Wow. They're not allowed to disclose or threatens to disclose the applicant's home address, personal telephone number, photographs, or other images of her child or any other personal information relating to her family. Cool. So, what that means, obviously, is that they're not allowed to talk about Lottie directly or indirectly, yeah? Because Lottie has initiated this whole proceedings against the three of them. Because as this is a defamation of character and harassment case, yeah, which she has got going on. This was served to Tankz, Fredo's mum, Deborah, and Fredo. Well, they're saying it's Fredo's mum, who was also the solicitor and all of these things. I don't know when I wasn't there when Fredo was born. I've never met his family, all of these things. But obviously, Lottie's saying it's the same person. It is the same name. Deborah is his mum's name, and the person who was saying was the business representative / lawyer, whatever, same name, whatever. But Lottie's saying that she checked the WhatsApp picture, and when she heard her speak, whatever, she knew it was the same person from her doing her own maths. They're not allowed to say, like I said, they're not allowed to say she's a stalker. They're not allowed to be calling her baby reindeer. Not allowed to say she's mentally unwell. Not allowed to accuse her of being the creator of Mr. Fake Flex. They can't say that the posts are AI or fabricated by Lottie. They're not allowed to say that she's been doing the editing, she's been making the things up. And this is all listed, yeah, on the High Court, King's Bench and Media and Communications list, which is live. Everyone can go and check this out on the page. That's a list for damages of 50k uncapped. So it can go from 50k all the way up to $1 billion. Obviously, it's not going to be $1 billion, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it is uncapped, so it can go quite high. It can reach millions, if anything. depending on how the case goes. The next hearing is the 9th of September, which Tankz, Fredo's mum, Deborah, and Fredo is meant to appear, but as we all know, Fredo is not in the country, so it's most likely that he won't appear at the court case. Pardon me. It's most likely that he won't appear at the court case. But then the next hearing is the 9th of September. Boy, who knows? I might even, sit in and take a listen and see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Tankz was tweeting photos of Lottie whilst making the claims that she's crazy, she has bunny blue eyes, all of these things, saying she's mentally unwell, saying she's a stalker, saying he's so sure it's her behind the page, all of these things. So that's why his name is in this. That's why he's on the court case. Billy the Goat, you also did do a few things that can be labeled as defamation of character, because you done the live stream, and you were saying one or two things and saying, so be careful, bro. So I don't know, you may need to go public and say, yo, I apologize, I didn't mean it like that. Don't put me in this case, because this injunction has reached Tankz. This injunction reached Tankz, and Tankz started messaging Lottie saying, please, I don't want to go to court for Fredo. I've got the screenshot. I'm going to show you the screenshot. Take a look. This is Tankz saying, look, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to go to court for Fredo. Like, please remove me if I put you on my platform, but Lottie's just looking at it like it's too late. You said what you said. You done what you done. Like, the damage is done now. You know what I'm saying? So, these three are meant to be turning up to the court. And that's where it's at right now. So, overall, in hindsight, Lottie, a.k.a. Charlotte Skeens, has been accused of being mentally unwell. She's had her child posted online. She's had her home address posted. And these things have affected her. So she's gone to court. She's made an injunction on Fredo, on Fredo's mum, and on Tankz. And they all need to turn up to court on the 9th of September. Whether they all turn up or not, I don't know. That's up to them. But if they don't turn up, they can be imprisoned. They can have their assets seized, or they could be fined. This injunction is for damages, you know what I'm saying, for 50,000 uncapped. So that can go up to millions. So this is a serious situation now. And this is why it's so important to watch what you say online. Do not go online and start accusing people of stuff when you have no major significant evidence. Don't get me wrong, this goes both ways, because Fredo has been accused of stuff which we do not have no solid evidence either. So it can go both ways, but it's just that he don't know who's behind this page. So Fredo can't serve an injunction to anyone, to Mr. Fake Flex, because he don't know who it is. But Lottie is serving this injunction to these people for defamation of character and harassment, which is crazy. And something like this happened a while ago with Steph London's sister. I think it was, what's her name, Princess Dimes, I can't remember, but she was going online saying mad things about Conan, which she didn't have no real evidence on. It was just hearsay. She's going online saying these things. That's also defamation of character. Conan said, okay, you want to be saying these things? You're going to hear from my solicitor. She knew what was going. She backtracked straight away, came online and apologized. Oh, sorry, blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean it like that. Cool, because this is a serious thing. So, Tankz, my brother, I think you need to go online. The way you was publicly saying she's this, she's that, go online. I don't know if it's going to help. It may help. Say you're sorry, apologize, and just for future references, be careful what you go online and say. If you know it's 100, if you're not 100% sure it is facts, watch what you say, because now you got to go court, and now you could go prison. Now you could be getting fined thousands of pounds, which no one wants to do. And this is why you also deleted your YouTube videos that you made on it. You've taken down 2 videos. Because you know that could be used against you in the court. Anything you say may be used against you as evidence. That is a real statement. Watch what you say. That goes for everyone. Everyone, think before you speak. We've got to think before we speak. But yeah, that's just what's going on right now. That's the update. Obviously, the court case is going to happen, so there is going to be a part 2 to let you lot know how it went, what happens, whatever. And I just hope that everything can be resolved. You know what I'm saying? Like, Fredo's name can be cleared, Lottie's name can be cleared, everyone's name can be cleared, but everyone has to just do the right things to clear their names. If you've got evidence to prove you're innocent and all of these things, go online and show the people that you're online, because we have Instagram court, Twitter detectives, everyone trying to piece things together, trying to make things seem like it's true and this is that, and because this is that, just because of stuff they're seeing, when realistically everything online can be manipulated. So we have to be careful. AI in 2025 is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are seeing videos which I can't tell are real or not. So if that's videos that is so high quality, which is hard to tell if it's fake or not fake, imagine what you can do with screenshots. I said this already, I'm saying it again. With screenshots, if we can manipulate videos to that extent, imagine what we can do with pictures and screenshots. Come on, let's think about it. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I just feel like it's a bit of a mad situation. It's a bit of a sticky one still. But with that being said, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Myself, Man Like Rage. And remember one thing only. God is the greatest. Jesus walks. Them man close the mouth when I speak. I got the keys. Voice of the streets.